Welcome to WrenchWay Weekly, where we talk about the industry's hot topics, highlight the voice of technicians, and educate shops and dealerships to help improve the industry. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and comment on the videos on YouTube to let us know what you think of WrenchWay Weekly. Maybe add something as far as what you'd like us to see, where we talk about it. Really, any type of feedback, join the conversation. We'd love to have you. This week's topic is kind of a fun one because it I think eats at people when you really talk about it. But the topic is, what irritates you the most at work? We gave 4 options, the first being technology, the second being tools, the third people, and the last one other. So really kind of trying to put that out there, so if there was something that drove people nuts consistently that we didn't think about, we wanted to know that. What came back was people and technology were by far the number 1 and number 2, with people leading the way. Almost half of all of our respondents said people. Not surprising. Customers, managers, employees, it didn't matter. People can drive you nuts. I totally get that. That was 46% of all respondents on this week's WrenchWay Weekly question of the week. Right behind that was technology, and some things about technology that I think we all go crazy over, and it'll be fun to kind of dive into these. We actually came up with a top 5 list of the most annoying things of working in a shop. The first being communication in the shop, and these are all things that we generated from the feedback that was given and kind of picked out the most common. But first off, being communication in the shop. Not getting details, not understanding what the manager is saying, manager being inconsistent on what they're saying. We saw all of those comments quite a bit throughout that answer. And so really, again, to educate the shop piece on this, you need to communicate. You need to have structure, and you need to be able to take input from what they say, have consistent talks with them. Very difficult to do. It takes a lot of time. But as you can see, that's number 1 on our list, is communication in the shop. Number 2 is not having an IT person. I thought this was funny because this used to be one that drove me absolutely bonkers. And granted, not every shop is big enough to have an IT person, but at least have somebody to call to help try to fix it. I've been in situations before where trying to fix some type of technology problem and you don't have anybody to call. Luckily, I've got some really good friends that do this for a living, but when you have those issues and you're trying to work through them and you don't know what you're doing, like I don't know what I'm doing, it can be extremely painful and time consuming not to have that person on staff. So not having an IT person or a point of contact for somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about. Number 3 was old technology and old systems. So outdated computers, outdated actual software on those computers, and not getting the updates in the system, really making things slow. Old technology can be a real pain, and it's really difficult. Number 4 was general organization, and there was a comment on there from one of our WrenchWay Insiders that talked about how we sell time, right? That's not anything new. We know that. We sell time. When things aren't put back to where they were, so if you had a tool that you misplaced or didn't put it back where it was, or if you just have general sloppiness and misorganization, it's going to cost you time. You aren't able to do your job as efficiently. So paying attention to that, and the amount of technicians that wrote general organization kind of is alarming, because it tells you that it's not just one shop, right? There's a lot of issue with this throughout the industry. So working on general organization is absolutely paramount. You need to be organized, and you need to have your ducks in a row, if you will. Number 5 was slow or inconsistent internet. This one drives me bonkers. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to have internet go out or have inconsistent internet. I used to work at a place that when it would rain, the internet would go out, and it was crazy, because that drove the phones as well, and then everything's out, and then you just can't get anything done, right? So, and especially now, and one of the technicians that commented on this said, there's so many systems that we have. So talking about our number 3 and number 5 points here, a lot of these systems are run off of internet. So it's kind of one and the same in some regard, that that slow and inconsistent internet can really, really be a thorn in your side and can cause a lot of troubles, especially as technology evolves and grows. As we broke it down, we actually broke it down even further on the technology side, and we asked, what is it about technology that drives you crazy? Systems was obviously number one. That carried over into our top 5 most annoying. But some that followed behind it were passwords and internet, right? And so we kind of used those off of our for our top 5 list. Passwords might be my number one. I just cannot get over how many passwords you need for everything. And so I struggle with it. I struggle to stay organized with it, which is probably more of a me thing than anything. But it does feel like there's a lot of passwords to remember, and really even trying to figure out what one goes to what site and how you keep them organized while not writing them down so that somebody steals them. Hopefully someday something comes along to make this significantly easier, because it is a pain. Totally get that. From my view, I think this is a good conversation to have consistently, right? And something that we need to keep evolving in our conversations with WrenchWay Insiders, and really starting to understand, there's some really, really annoying things out there. What do you do to fix them, right? Make sure that the job for that technician isn't harder than it has to be, right? It is a really, really difficult job. We talk about this all the time. We talk about how hard it is to keep and retain technicians as it is. And we had a podcast guest that talked about making sure that the job was fixed. And I believe it was Brian Sump, but fix the job itself so that when they come in, they have as little disruption as possible, right? Whether that's because of organization, because you've got updated tools. I was surprised in our polling here that tools really weren't up there. It was more of what drives the tool. So if it's internet or getting power to a certain place. There were so many good responses on WrenchWay Insiders, and I appreciate that. So again, this is a conversation that I think we need to keep diving into. And you as a shop really need to think about this. And even for you technicians out there, what can you do to make your life a little bit easier? What can you do to take away some of those annoying things that seem to happen over and over and over again? Thank you to everyone who provided feedback for this week's topic. Some of them were really, really funny, the responses, and some of them are predictable. Some of them not so much. Some of them I learned a little bit on technicians that we'll be able to use in future content. But really appreciate everybody going out there. Again, if you go out and answer those questions on the WrenchWay Insiders mobile app, you play our higher lower game, you get points, and you can win some pretty cool prizes as a result. So last week's giveaway was a $100 Amazon gift card, and the winner was Tracy Sprenzel with a high score of 49. Tracy, congratulations. I think we knocked off our two-week straight winner. So we got a new winner, Tracy Sprenzel. Enjoy that $100 gift card. Along with the gift card, Tracy got a shot at winning the Queen of Hearts pot, which just keeps growing. This is a lot of fun to watch. She got a chance, and she chose the Two of Hearts, so she's getting within the same. She's getting within hearts, which is good. I don't know that we've had that yet, but the Queen of Hearts is still out there. For the person that selects that Queen of Hearts, that pot is now increased to $1,000. I think we could all use $1,000, right? That's pretty cool. So keep going at it. Every week that Queen of Hearts game keeps growing, and that pot keeps going up. So hope you get a chance to check it out. It's pretty cool. We just posted some new challenges, so go get those completed. Get some more points to play that higher lower game. Knock off Tracy or whoever else is going in there with a chance to win that $100 Amazon gift card and a chance at the bigger prize, which is that $1,000 pot that just keeps growing and growing. Every week we don't have a winner. Again, a reminder that the WrenchWay Insider app is invite only. So if you want to receive an invite, you can fill out the form on the WrenchWay website. We'll put the link in the video below, or you can email us at info@wrenchway.com. Next week, we are going to be talking about career paths and really figuring out what is a good career path for you as a technician. And not only that, do you think the shop lays one out for you. So this week's question is, does your shop have a clear career path for technicians to advance? So does your shop have a clear career path for your technicians to advance? We'd love to hear your feedback on this topic. To provide your feedback, you can log into the WrenchWay Insiders app, find the poll listed under the Challenges tab. And once again, if you like what we're doing here, go out to WrenchWay Weekly. If you like what we're doing on WrenchWay Weekly, go out to YouTube, subscribe to the WrenchWay YouTube page. We'd love to have you, love to give you updates, and really appreciate all the feedback and everything everybody has done to help build this program. It's a lot of fun to see, and I look forward to continually using this input and feedback to build out some cool stuff. So thanks again. Have a great week.